Okay, a couple highlights today from our trading live trading chat room here at GreatStockPicks.com, December 7th. One of them was United Airlines, just in a big sell-off here. I love to play the bounce on these. By the time you spot them, they look like this by the time we spot them, and so then I go ahead and start thinking long. It seems too late to short. So then, using a method that we teach, which is becoming one of my favorites, by the way, UAL, the entry here, the call was at 25.80. Right about here. That's a sorry arrow. And the stop, 11 cents below. So the stop was, let me see, 25.69. So probably about right there. So 11 cents risk, and from 25.80, this thing made it all the way up over the next, half hour or so, maybe a little bit longer, all the way to 26.46. So not a bad move there. 66-cent move on 11 cents risk. Kind of did the same thing on PCX here. PCX was in a pretty good sell-off and then did this, what we call a potential final push down. I like the volume there on that other kind of secondary push. So using our method, called PCX at 1731. Probably right about there. I'm guessing, it's not exact, but 1731, in the worst case stop, 6 cents below. That didn't get hit. So that was from 1731 moved up to 1783. That's a 52-cent move in our favor from down here to up here, again on 6 cents risk. And as we teach, we scale out all the way up. When you get a pop, you sell some after the pullback, it goes farther, move the stop up below the recent low. Then when it broke out of this base, move the stop up to here. Then when it started climbing here, I went ahead and put the stop on the rest of mine right below this candle. So stopped out on the rest, as scaling out on the way up, stopped out on the rest right about there. And you can see it sold off after that. So another nice trade there. Another side benefit to our chat room is not always my calls. We had a member today point out Dean Foods, DF, and they pointed it out to me. I said, hey, what about Dean Foods when it was in this narrow range here? This is yesterday's trading. So when they pointed it out in the chat room, I looked at it. I said, yeah, it's in a nice narrow range, 736. Could maybe get you some short covering if it breaks the high of the day. Worst case stop, 731, I believe. Let me double check. Okay, sorry, 730. So 736 trigger, 730 stop. So 6 cents a share risk. And then let me scroll over here and show you what happened. Made it all the way to, I know this isn't huge, but made it all the way to 756. Now, a 20-cent move on a $7 stock is not bad, but I love the 6-cent stop that, of course, never got hit. It kind of broke out and never looked back. And here's the daily real quick. Because after I looked at that base, I looked at the daily, and it was interesting to me because huge gap down, okay, then it starts basing, and then I knew yesterday, nice volume. I knew you had some people try to short that because it was going to new lows, and that, I don't know, that rarely works, okay. Here's a recent low after this huge gap down. I think he had some shorts yesterday trying to make that easy money as it broke this high, or this low, sorry. And then they wake up today. And it's gapped up and put in a narrow range. So a nice recipe there, 736, 730 stop, and a nice pop there. So that was one of our members alerted that, along with TLB, Talbots. Here's the daily. Huge gap down, okay? And again, I try not to watch too many stocks in the morning. I get a few things I concentrate on, but then some of our members help out when they see something that we like, okay? And after this huge gap down, these are 5-minute candles. In the first 5 minutes, it put in a high of $9 and really stayed in a narrow range all day after that, maybe a 20-something cent range. So this other member said, hey, TLB basing here near the high of the day. So I looked at it and said, yep, 901. And then below this base, worst case stop, probably 878, 880. So about a 20-cent risk at worst. Usually, though, when I get a candle that actually triggers it, there's the high of day break. I'll go ahead and put my stop below the previous candle at 888. I didn't catch this one. I put it out to the room after the member pointed it out. But anyway, from 901, several of our members took it, and it did make it to 930. That's a 30-cent move on a $9 stock, and still not bad. It ended up closing weak, but this was the pop our members were looking for, okay? There's the $9 area, and look at that subsequent pop. So, and they were selling into that. So nice trade by some of our members in there. and again, alerted by one of our members. And there's others, but I'm going to quit babbling. We'll follow up. I intend to put out another free pick this week, and if I don't get it out tonight, we'll still follow up with a video tomorrow night on what we traded during our chat session during the day tomorrow. So have a good night. We'll talk to you later.